You're watching the Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and I am here with the one and only Brimstone.
Hello, Kate! It's been so long! It's been like almost a year since we've seen each other.
I know, it's crazy.
It's nuts. It's insane. The pandemic is just wild. And, and your beautiful cameraman, Charlie, I haven't seen him in about a year. I love this guy, but we're here now. What do you call it? We're here now. We had a delicious dinner.
We did.
And now, what do you call it? You got to meet Arizona, which is nice.
I did get to meet Arizona, who you are representing.
Yes, I am. So make sure to check in on that interview because Ari's definitely a very talented young lady.
She's amazing.
So she's a good kid, man. I wouldn't be doing it if she wasn't. She's talented because, at the end of the day, you know how much time I have available. Little. Okay.
Oh wait, I'm doing zero. You're doing little.
I listen. As much as I have nothing, I always find a little bit of time for things that are important. And the fact is this young lady, when I first met her, she was doing a competition, and I'm sure you know Rick Eberly. So everybody on Long Island knows Rick Eberly.
Everybody knows Rick.
So Rick had said, "Hey Brim, do you think you can come down and judge this competition?" I said, "Sure, I'll come down and judge the competition." And that was the thing at the Gold Coast. So I went down there and I judged. And she went up on the stage. Now, I had my wife with me, so, Danielle came, and it was one of the nights, very rare that we ever get to go out, just the two of us. And, we went out, and this girl got up to perform. And everybody else was good. Like, the other people were good. They weren't bad. But she got up, and she sang this song that she wrote about her mother who had passed away. And there was not one dry eye in the house. Now, when that happens, that's called emotion, and that's called you don't get that, from every performance.
No, you don't.
So when I saw that, I go, this kid's got something, and I went into the back, and we were judging and so forth, and I said, I gotta tell you, she should be the winner. She needs to win. Now, I have never met her before this, and I said, she should be now, and they argued with me, the other judges.
Really?
They argued with me, and the reason for this one's good and that one's good, and yeah, they were very good. But this one is singing other people's stuff to attract. This one had two schmucks that were playing with her, and as amazing as she was, the two people she had accompanying her made her not as good as she would have been. A band that played fantastic, but this girl by herself, vulnerable behind a guitar, making every eye in the house tear
with her own
song that she wrote, that she played. I said, this girl's got something, and they all agreed with me, and she won the competition. So so she won that competition. Afterwards, I spoke to her. I said, listen, we only have celebs come on our show on the Grindhouse Radio. For those of you who don't know, the Grindhouse Radio, iHeartRadio, over 30 other networks, syndicated worldwide.
Oh, wait, you're on the Grindhouse Radio?
I am. So make sure you check us out. grindhouseradio.com. So I invited her to come on the show. I said, listen, love to have you come on, and we normally have only celebs, but I think you're very talented, and I think you'd have a good time on the show. So sure enough, she she got back in touch with me. She'd gone in to go to take care of some stuff for some time. She did some personal things, and when she came back, she said, hey Brim, can we set something up? I said, well, I've been waiting for you for months. So she came in, she did it. Everybody loved her. We had great reaction from her, from the fans for the show as well. And I said, look, kid, if I could do some stuff for you here or there, I'm going to do it because everybody knows I've been around for a long time and I know people. So I said, if I could do anything for you, I will. So I did a couple of things here and there, and she comes to me, she goes, I was thinking about it, and I'd be really honored if you would consider managing me. And I was like, I love you, sweetheart, but no.
I wondered how that happened,
Yeah. I actually said no. And I said, it's not that I don't believe in you. I said, because I absolutely believe in you. I think you're fantastic. But I just don't have the time. And for me, if I'm going to invest my time into it, I need to be able to give you 100%. Otherwise, I can't, it's not fair to you. So, she said, okay, I'll accept that, but can you at least think about it? So I said, all right, I'll think about it. So I went home and in my relationship, my wife is the boss. And you want a happy life, you have a happy wife. That's all it
Says
is.
the big
I'm not a
bad
schmuck.
man.
I'm
My
not a
wife
schmuck.
is the boss.
Listen, she handles, you know, yeah. So that you guys know. And if you don't know, now you know. So I said to her, I go, look, I sat down, I go, I know I have such limited time now. I know that I'm always busy. I always work mornings, noons, nights, wee hours of the morning because I'm dealing with people all over the world, you know, and I'm blessed for that. I said to her, I go, but I don't know if I'm going to have the time to invest in this. She goes, she was really good. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. Do you believe in this? Do you think that she's going to do something? Is it worth putting that investing that time? And I said, I think so. You know, she said, well, then you have my blessing. And I got suckered into becoming a manager. So, you know, here we are, about a year later, and maybe a year and a half. I don't know. It's been a while. You know, and I've been working with her. Of course, the pandemic hit. You know, I got sick.
Yes.
You know, and you know, so we had some time in between that was kind of wasted time simply because of everything that was going on in terms of management. But you know, I've invested a lot of time and effort into things with her, and you know, we've got a lot of really fun things going on, which you can hear if you listen to the Arizona Lindsay interview that Kate does with her. So I'm not going to spoil any of that, and you guys can hear about that yourselves. So.
And there's so much going on now.
Yeah, I've got so much going on.
And let me tell you, and you know what, we're gonna say this, and then we'll take a quick break and come back. But we were supposed to sit down the week you got sick.
Oh yeah, so I'm glad that didn't happen because, again, you know, I was steering clear of everybody.
Oh yeah.
You know, I was welcome you guys into my home, into the grindhouse, and then it would have been on me if anything would have happened to anybody else. So I'm glad that you know we caught it before anything happened.
Oh yeah.
So.
But we're glad you're upright.
I'm here. I'm here.
And here.
I'm a little grayer, but I'm here.
But you have exciting things going on, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. We'll be right back. And we are back.
We're back. Where did we go?
We were on
We've been here the
hiatus.
whole time.
Well, yes, but we're pretending. We're pretending
Yes.
that we took a break.
Yes.
But oh my God! So at dinner, and one of the things we were going to discuss way back in October.
Yes.
October. Oh
it was
my
October.
God. Was something that you have come back with.
Yes. My Torchstone tie right here, baby. This is some delicious, delectable, wonderful stuff that will burn your taste buds as well as soothe them in a delicious way. You know what I mean?
It's so good. It is.
Yeah, it burns you out.
It burns you out.
It burns you out.
It's delicious.
So, you know, the Torchstone tie, you know, I was very excited about getting this sucker out because it's been a while since I've had my sauces and seasonings out. And the reason for that is the company that I was working with, the co-packer, K. John's Fiery Foods, and I love them to death. They're still good friends of mine. But they were selling their business and they were getting out of, you know, the you know, running the company.
Right.
So, you know, they were selling to a distributor. The whole thing was going on, and I had to kind of figure out what I was going to do with my sauce and seasoning. And at the time, I had way too many things going on, juggling way too many things, and I couldn't decide who I wanted to co-pack with at that point.
Right.
So, you know, I let too much time go by. Long story longer, I've known the guys over at Torchbearer Sauces for many years.
Okay.
And, you know, I knew them from back in the K. John days simply because I would be doing tour dates, myself and Bumblefoot. What do you call it? Yeah, I always laugh at the Bumblefoot name. Ron Thal.
Yes.
Ron Thal, Bumblefoot. He's formerly of Guns N' Roses and one of the best guitarists in the world. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. But what do you call it? He and I had to figure out, all right, well, what are we going to do with our sauce lines at this point? So I was just so busy. I had so many things going on, juggling so much, and I was like, well, I'm going to have to come back to this, and I'll find, you know, somebody to
and
to
we
work
spoke
with.
about that
Yeah.
when we sat down last time.
Yes, yes. So I've been talking to Torchbearer Sauces for years about doing a collab. We've been back and forth. They again, when I was out on the road, we used to eat broken bread together. We spent hours together. We spent time together, you know, and all over the place. And the thing that we always said was, we should do a collab. We should do something. Torchbearer, Brimstone, it works. You know, everything kind of works together. Let's do it. And, you know, it's just the timing was never right, you know, and, you know, they were doing all the comic book conventions, you know, kind of everything that I had already been doing with my stuff, and my stuff wasn't there. So I was like, hey, go see my friends at Torchbearers. So, you know, because their product is quality. So I wound up saying, all right, you know what? The beginning of this past year, I said, let's do it. Let's sit down and make it happen. They're like, we're in. So I wound up shooting out there. They're in Pennsylvania. We're here on Long Island, as everybody knows. So it was not, what is it, 2-3 hour drive. And I took my son, and the two of us went in, and we played, you know, mad scientist with, you know, all the goods, you know.
That must have been fun.
It's always fun. It's always fun. You know what? You go in with an idea, you want that flavor profile, and you say, okay, well, I want a little bit of this, I want a little bit of that. I'm a sweet guy. You're a sweet girl.
I think I'm sweet.
I think you could be a little bit sweet, but you're also a little bit sousy.
I
know you're a little bit sousy. But anyway, no. So the you know
me.
I know you. You know. So you know, I knew I wanted a little bit of sweet element in there. I wanted a little bit of like Asian flavor, Asian flair. I wanted that you know, I'm not a big curry guy, but you know, when we were talking, I said Thai is curry. When you tasted this, I bet you didn't get much of curry.
Any curry.
There's curry in there, but just a nice little hint that gives you a little bit of flavor, a little bit of extra flavor behavior, but not overwhelming where you're gonna go, oh my God, it's curry. You won't even know what's in there.
No, I didn't know it at all.
And then after you get that sweetness and that delicious flavor, you get that hot burn,
sweet mama.
a steady burn, and then it's there. So you know, it's a very powerful sauce. It has different levels, and you know, that's the type of flavor profile I was aiming for, and I think we hit it right on the mark with this. The positive is we've been in the top selling sauces for Torchbearer sauces, you know, for the last X amount of months. Wow. So I'm super stoked about it. Thankfully, the fans are stoked about it, and you know, I can't ask for anything more.
No, you can't. And well, now if someone's watching this and they want to get the sauces, where do they go?
They can go to torchbearersauces.com. Again, torchbearersauces.com. If you go there, what do you call it? You just put in Torchstone Thai. Pretty sure if you put in Brimstone, it probably comes up also.
Okay.
But if you can't find it, you go, which you should. It's pretty easy. But if you go to therealbrimstone.com, go over to what do you call it? External shopping. Click on that, and you'll be able to, you know, find it there. And there's a bunch of different review videos. So it's very, very easy, easily navigatable.
Navigable.
We're gonna have a little lesson on
navigable
in English. Navigable. We're gonna take that.
Navigable.
We had a couple of drinks earlier. Not me. She did. What do you call it? But I'm just No. So. Yeah, we're gonna go with the
navigable,
easily navigated website, so you should be able to find it. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna see all these different reviews. You can get a good idea from them to, you know, what flavors in there, and see the reaction videos.
Oh my God, it's so good.
And it's inexpensive as to where you know, when I'm doing events and I would normally charge something like $15 to $20 for the bottles, it's like not even $10, I believe.
Wow.
So what do you call that? Keeping the cost down. We're trying to work with people, and and hopefully get it into as many hands as possible.
Oh my God, it should be. And so we're in an Italian restaurant, and we're having Italian food, and the owner made for us chicken wings.
Yeah.
With your sauce. Holy mama.
It's
so good.
Delicious. And you don't even need a lot. It's that potent.
No.
And we're actually going to do a delicious pie. All right, we're gonna come up with so we're at Mulberry Street,
in
Bayshore. Make sure you hit Bayshore. Bayshore is the important one. All right, so you know, we had a thing here a while ago. We did the Brimstone pizza. So we concocted a pizza that used to use my Dust from Hell and my Flavor Behavior seasoning. We had the Flavor Behavior garlic knots, the whole 9 yards. Unbelievable stuff. But since I don't have that product right now in rotation, there's nothing I could do. However, we're going to do a little something with the sauce. So we're going to do an ultra hot pizza. Hopefully we'll like it enough and he'll want to put it on the menu. So anybody wants to come out, you got to ask for the pie.
Great.
I'm already dubbing it, okay? What was it? Hotter than Hades, Ameritai pie.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I think it should be called. Ameritai pie. Because it's going to be American and Thai, and it's a pie, and it's going to be delicious.
And hotter than Hades.
And hotter than Hades. I don't want to say hell. Hell's not as PC.
No, I like Hades, though. Hades
has
a
nice.
whole... Hades has like a little... You know, it's got a vibe.
Yeah, and it just rolls off the tongue. It's good.
It is good.
I like it.
I like it, too. So you know what? We're going to take one more break, and we'll be right back.
Small break. Hey people, what's going on? This is Brimstone.
This is Kim and Dragna.
This is Steve. This is Mr. Greer.
Of the Grindhouse Radio, and you're watching The Kate Fox Show.
That's right. Make sure you tune in on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
That's right.
First day with the new mouth. Hey, it's Brimstone. We're on The Kate Fox Show with Kate Fox. She can't do anything right now because she's laughing too hard. Because she's talking about somebody with sausages and stuff like that and making Charlie laugh. But we're going to do this and we're just going to make this work.
We are going to make it work.
We're going to make
it
it
for taking over for me.
I'm a professional, Kate, okay?
Agreed.
I'm a professional. I do this for a living, Kate. But, so I know you wanted to talk about, I've got my new book, which you have.
Yes,
which is
which
awesome.
I love.
Thank you. It's called Brimisms.
Yes.
What do you call it? So it's just a little bit of love from Brim. So many people have always said to me, they go, when I post something on Twitter or Instagram, whatever, they go, that really helped me today. That changed my life or whatever, my day or my outlook on something. So, I go, I've had these things for so many years and I've collected them. I go, maybe I'll put out a book. We're in the pandemic. We're not doing anything else, right? Except for like the studio work or whatever. I said, I have some time. Let me grab some of this stuff and put it together and make a book out of it. So I put Brimisms together. It's about 30 or 30 something pages of just positive, positive things. You know what I mean? Where if you're having a bad day, just read through it. You need a little bit of encouragement. You read through it. You have Brim with you at any given point in time. And I hope that it helps people. And I've gotten so many nice comments about it, and I appreciate that so much. One of the coolest things is the fact that the foreword is done by my buddy Charles Martinet. So if you don't know who Charles Martinet is, Charles is actually the voice of Mario, Luigi, Wario from Nintendo's Mario Brothers. So and that was funny because I was on the phone with Charles and I was like, we're going back and forth and we're talking about lots of things, and he's like, what are you up to, Brim? I'm like, well, I'm actually about to finish my this book I'm doing, and I'm like, you want to do the forward? He goes, give me 5 minutes, and he hangs up. I said, what? 5 minutes? Are you kidding me? 5 minutes later, I've got ding, I get a paragraph and a half, and he calls me back. He goes, did you get it?
Oh my God, how cool is that?
I love him so much. He's one of my closest, dearest friends in the industry, and for him to have said what he said, and put that out there and gave me wrote the forward for me. That was such a big deal. You know what I mean? And it meant so much. And I literally said to him, I said, you're such a jerk. You're making me cry. It's like, because it was so sweet. And, and like, it's true. When we met, first time we met was in Washington at Awesome Con, I think it was, and we went out to dinner, and it was him, myself, other names like Phil Lamar, Ming Chen, Gray Delisle, and like a couple other people were there, and went to this dinner, and we all sat around. We just had such a great time together. And then the next night, only Charles and I were going out. We were going to do a dinner, just the two of us, and we were talking. We're gonna go to the best best restaurant we can find, and we want to eat like kings, and we want to eat pig. We want to eat pig, as awful as that sounds. We want to eat pig, something like pork and whatever. And so we're like, all right, let's do this, like barbecue-ish or something. So he goes, oh my God, Brim, I found a restaurant that has pig in the name. It's got to be amazing. And he's like, it's got stars, the whole 9 yards. So I was like, okay. So we roll up into this place, and it was probably the worst place that either of us have ever eaten at. And, but can I tell you that it didn't make a difference, because our conversation was everything that we wrote, that he wrote in that forward. In terms of, we solved all the world's political problems, and and world hunger and everything, and we talked about everything. And since that day, we've been very, very dear friends. And I can't say how, I meet a lot of people. I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me, but there's that grouping of people that you say, you know what? This person is absolutely unbelievable, and I love them. I'm going to love them to the day that I die, and he's one of them. So, yeah. Love you, Charles, if you see this. And I love you, Charlie, behind the camera, too. So, yeah.
Now, I know that we're taking up some time because you have pizza to make, but you've had some things going on with awards and products and this and that.
Yes. Oh, what do you call it? Yes, award. We just won an AVA Digital Award. It's a gold award, and super psyched about that, because it is strictly a judged basis for the AVA Digital Awards. Okay. And so they judged us on our show overall, the technicality, the way the production of the commercials we do. So it was a big deal.
So it's not just
it's not like a small little thing here on just Long Island. It's everything. It's everywhere. It's a national,
right.
A worldwide thing actually. In general, it's like everything about the show is judged. So the fact that we got a gold award first year out, being a part of it, was huge. Right now, we're in the running for a bunch of other awards that hopefully, knock on wood, we're going to come through with. The one that's very, very important to us, that we really, really hope that we want, that we rank in, is the Webbies. So it's the first year we're actually in the Webbies, which is a big deal. So we'll see what happens. I you can't predict. But it would be a really cool thing to win one of those, because the Webbies is such a big deal, and I would love one of those little springs for the studio. So,
that would fit in so great with all the other stuff that you have in there.
Yes. Well, you guys haven't been there in a while.
No,
We've got the new ice cold Jaeger machine in there. Jägermeister is awesome. They sent me a whole bunch of really cool stuff in the studio.
Well, we're coming next week to try it.
Oh, it's next week already. All right. All right. That works.
I've invited myself.
She's invited herself. That works. That's good.
I love your studio.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch of different upgrades and changes in there. We're endorsed by Bayer Dynamic microphones and Zoom North America, and Zoom just set us up with we just got set up with a bunch of their amazing Q2 cameras, and we upgraded the studio in general, with a lot of different things inside, which you'll see when you guys come down eventually. And what do you call it? So we're upping the ante in there. We try to do all state-of-the-art stuff, and at the end of the day, we're also trying to have a unique vibe in there. You know what I mean? And,
you do.
And we try to make it homey, and I think we achieve that. But we're always looking for better. We want to be better. We want to be better. So with our alliances, with Bayer and with with Zoom, stuff like that just helps put you higher up on where you want to be. You know what I mean?
And choice.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot about that. So this is a really cool thing. We have 2 different collectibles that are coming out for the Grindhouse Radio. So we have, I don't know if you remember, back in the day was the old muscle figures. Mm-hmm. Remember the muscle figures? They were the little 2-inch figures that were made of it's like a plastic that bends a little bit, but they're the one solid color. Well, we've got the Grindhouse Radio figures coming out. You've got myself, Zambo, Kim, and Tom. We're all in the muscle figure style, so they're cute little characters of us. And there's actually the toy company actually did a bonus, and they did a wrestling brim also. So you get a wrestling brim and you get a real life brim, and so we've got that available. And then we're also doing a I can't remember how many inches it is. That's what she said. I knew that's where that was going. You're saucy is what I tell you. But it's a vinyl collectible of the Grindhouse Radio, and it's the four of us coming out of a microphone.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's signatures on the bottom. It's a really, really cool thing. So that's going to be a vinyl. The vinyl is going to be coming out a little bit later than the minis. But, they're very, very cool, and we're going to be doing some fun stuff with them, and some contests and some exclusives, and we're going to be obviously putting them on sale. So, as well as the GHR, we have listen, if you want any GHR merch, go to the website, thegrindhouseradio.com, all right, and make sure you go to the store on there. We've got everything from shirts to masks to beanies to pins to you name it, you got it. Just a lot of really cool stuff. And that's where you can get the Brimisms book, because I'm doing it exclusively on the Grindhouse Radio site, simply because I want to make sure that people go to the Grindhouse Radio and see, everything there is to see. And honestly, look, if you're a fan of pop culture and you love, just all things Brim and all things everybody else, but all things Brim.
Well, we do.
I appreciate that. So just, thegrindhouseradio.com, you can, you can go to the guest list. We have well over 300 guests that have been on the show, from all walks of entertainment. And I guarantee you'll find at least a couple that you're going to fall in love with. So please check that out. And join, that's part of our community, social media. We love to see people on social media. We love engaging with people on social media. And me personally, please check out, the last time I've seen you, I think that I revamped my entire website.
Yes, you did.
Since you guys were on.
Good.
So I rebranded the entire thing. It's called therealbrimstone.com instead of entrancetohell.com. It'll still work, but it's still therealbrimstone.com. And the reason for that is because, you know what? I'm not wrestling anymore. I don't, I deal with so many different PC companies that they look at Entrance to Hell and they go, oh my God, I can't associate with this. But then, they forget I'm a real person. You know what I'm saying? And so therealbrimstone.com is just a smarter way to go. And, especially with all the things I do. And so here we are. We rebranded it. There's a lot of stuff. I have put so much information on there. I've never put my old school music videos or or tracks or anything anywhere else.
Well, I have to go back and look now.
You can actually go and listen and watch some old stuff from '95.
Because he was a musician too. Well, he is, but and
I've been talking to people about. I've been getting so many people saying, "Hey, Brim, you want to work on a celebrity band project and so forth." So there's a bunch of people that I might do some projects with. We'll see. I miss music. I truly do. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? But we find time for things that we care about and we love. So
we do indeed.
That's what we're working on. We'll see what happens. So
I am. Yay! Because it's been way too long.
Yeah, no, it's been so crazy long, and again, I appreciate you guys, having me down. I appreciate you doing the interview with Arizona.
She's great.
The fact is that you work with who you love, and yes, you do a lot of media, do a lot of press, and I do a lot of stuff all around the country. But nothing would ever stop me from doing something at home with people that I care about. So I appreciate you having me and giving me your time, and having me on the show, because it means a lot to me. So thank you so much for that.
Well,
and hopefully you guys will all, pay attention to what she's doing, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you know how we feel about you.
Well, thank you.
So it's just
they hate me.
We really hate him. But
now I know where the littles are going.
I haven't been in the studio. Don't blame me.
Yeah, sure.
Yet. Again. But really, check out Brimstone, the Grindhouse Radio, and you can't go wrong.
Hit me up on Instagram, at TheRealBrimstone on Instagram.
Yes.
It's verified, it's me.
Thank you, Brim.
Thanks for having me.